Donald Trump wants you to think that he is inevitable. He wants you to believe that he will always win. It is what law firms, colleges, major media outlets have believed throughout Donald Trump's presidency, that there is no point in fighting back, that they should just capitulate. It's the easiest way out, but it's not. It is not the easy way out, because when you give the bully your lunch money, he comes back hungrier. But when you stand up to him, he will crumble, because Donald Trump is fundamentally weak. He's a baby and he is a loser. And someone who knows that and is acting on it in a way that is blowing up Donald Trump's.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Donald Trump's Department of Justice announced this evening that former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted by a grand jury on 2 counts, making a false statement and obstruction. Now, the charges stem from Comey's testimony before Congress back on September 30th, 2020, and that specific date is very important because the statute of limitations on these charges is 5 years, which means the last possible date to charge Comey with this crime, lying during that testimony, would be September 30th, 2025. That is next Tuesday. In a statement, the brand new U.S. attorney prosecuting Comey, Lindsay Halligan, fresh on the job, having never, ever prosecuted a single case, wrote, quote, "The balance of power is a bedrock principle of our democracy. It relies upon accountability and a forthright presentation of facts from executive leadership to congressional oversight," misspelling the word principle. In a post on social media, Attorney General Pam Bondi said today, quote, "Today's indictment reflects this Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people." FBI Director Kash Patel said, quote, "For far too long, previous corrupt leadership and their enablers weaponized federal law enforcement, damaging once proud institutions and severely eroding public trust." Of course, that is exactly what is happening here. Donald Trump's administration and the enablers around it are very clearly and forthrightly abusing federal law enforcement in a way that we have not ever seen, at least since Nixon and probably before then, to punish political opponents, people who say things they don't like, people who have taken political actions they don't like, or law enforcement actions they do not like. Trump can barely even bring himself to deny that he is personally directing these investigations and indictments.
This is such a dark moment in a string of such dark moments. You don't need me to tell you that. We have been living this, and it is incredibly tiring. If I can speak personally for a second before we get into the news, I have felt like shit all day. I have felt exhausted. I have felt, frankly, depressed is the only word I can use for it. Seeing a video of a woman crying and being thrown to the ground by ICE as they stole her husband